In this video, we are going to learn how to convert words to title case. Hello, I'm Jagan from growwithdata. I'm posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I will be happy. I have created a playlist, Python interview questions 51 to 100, and I'll be tagging this video to the playlist. Now let's see the data and we can talk about the question in detail. So we are given a string, yes, and asked to convert the words to title case. That is, the first letter of every word must be in capital letter, and the rest of the letters has to be in the small letter. So the expected output is going to be the its I is going to be caps. So the final output has to be like IS caps, OS caps, and all the first letter in the word should be caps, and the others are going to be in small. So how to do that? Let's start with our normal looping logic, and then we can go and improve our code. Okay, so this is our input. Let's start with the function growwithdata, and the input is yes. So we are going to declare output variable where we are going to store the values, and then we are going to have a flag says whether have to make it capital or not, right? Capitalize next. So if the flag is true, then we are going to capitalize those letters. How to do that? So we are going to loop in the string for char in yes. So every letter comes if the capitalize next, right? That flag is equal to true, then you append the output string with whatever the character is dot upper. Okay, the indentation. Else we just say output appends to the character dot lower. Now we are going to have a if condition which checks for the character equal to space. If the character is a space, then the capitalize next is going to be true. Else that's going to be false. Now after the loop, we return the output string. Now let's call the function growwithdata and see what happens. Equal to true. If the character is equal to string, if the character double equal to is the equal to 1. Okay, so the output becomes the init cap. Okay, so how this works? First we get the string, and then we are reading every character here, and we have a flag as capitalize next equal to true. If whenever this is true, we did the character to uppercase. Basically, if you say a small dot upper, that means that character becomes a uppercase. If you say lower, then if it's a capital A, that becomes lowercase. So that's what you're doing. If the flag is true, then you convert the character to uppercase and append to the output variable. If not, convert that to a lowercase and do that. So how this capitalize next flag works? If this character is a space, right, then we say the next one you have to capitalize. If it's going to be a space here, the next one is going to be capitalized. If not, make it as small. So initially, let's do this, but here it's true, so it comes here. The first character is capital I, and it's going to be true, right? So capital I, and it's true. So it's going to be in caps I. And then comes here, check for the next character, right? So the character is I, then it's going to be false. Then comes here, the next one is T, right? So capital T, it comes here, check for the capitalized next, which is false. So it comes to the next one, and it says first one is I, and the next one is lower, T. And it comes here, so T is not in space, so it becomes false. You have to put it here actually, the condition is saying here, so we put it here. Okay, and it goes back. The third character is yes. So it checks what happened to capitalize next. It's still false. So it comes to the lowercase and append to the int to small s. So I t s and comes here. T is not a blank, so it's again false. Comes to the next one. The next character is a space. So space and the capitalized next is still false. So it comes here, make it lower. There's no difference. So it becomes ITS and a space. Right? We just for the difference I just showed it. So it's a space here, and then comes here. Check if the character is space. Then you make it as true. Then you come here. The next character is O. So the capitalized next is true here. So it converts the input value to a capital letter. So already we have ITS and the space, and the O is going to be caps. That's how it continues. Whenever you have the space, the next character will become uppercase. So this works fine. So it's a simple looping logic. We can fine tune this code. Before that, let's see if we have additional test cases to be run. We can use the assert function and do some couple of test cases, and it passes. Great. Now let's take this code and we try to fine tune the code. Let's take this here. We have the if condition, right? If character equal to space, then true. If not, false. Let's try to make it in a simple condition. We just say capitalize next equal to character equal to space. If this condition is going to replace the whole if condition, right? The 4 line of character, what it is doing is it's checking whether the character is equal to space. It's going to give you true or false. So character is going to be like A, right? A equal to space, it's false. With space equal to space, it's true. So this condition is going to create a boolean value, true or false. Based on this, every character it will check and will return true or false to this. So we don't need to do the 4 lines of code. A single line of code will help, and the result is going to be the same. Okay, now we have the looping logic and then a single line of code to set the flag. Let's see if we can fine tune this. We normally do the for and if into a list comprehension way, right? Let's see if we can do this for loop into a list comprehension. Okay, so here we have the output, right? So we say the output equal to, let's go with this, for I in yes. So every character we are reading from the yes, the character in yes. What we are going to do? We are going to do some list comprehension, which is going to use a function called capitalize. You say char dot capitalize. So what will capitalize do is, this is not a right code, but I'm just telling you. So the if condition, right? This and this, even this, all will be removed by, since you don't have it, you don't have this, and output we don't have to assign. So everything will be removed, and we are going to do this. So what will this capitalize do? Let's see. So if I say grow, A equal to grow. If I say A dot capitalize, Liz, not SC, capitalize. So what happens? Whatever the word it brings in, it will convert the first letter to caps. You see, grow with data. What we'll do is, we take the whole string, whatever the string first letter is, it makes that to caps. And the other things are going to be small letter, right? So if I do this, take every character and do capitalize, what will happen? Let's bring this condition out because it's not going to create any right answer. Let's have the input yes here because we have to change the code a little bit. So I'm trying to bring it the output to the screen. So what happens? The yes is it's our grow with data, and for every character in the string, we are converting that to capitalize. Now, if you see the output, oh yes, Z. So when you see the output, it will take every character and converts to a capital letter. So the capitalize syntax is if you give one letter, it will capitalize that. If you give one word, it will capitalize the first letter. If you give the whole sentence, it gives the first letter. So whatever comes in, the first letter is going to be caps. So here we are reading every character from the string. So it converts everything to a capital letter. How can I use this for our use case? Basically, when I say a dot split, what happens? It will split the string into multiple words based on the space delimiter. So now if I say a dot split, right? So if I say grow dot capitalize, that means grow, the first letter is going to be a caps and others going to be small. So I'm going to create s dot split instead of the whole string. I'm converting that to word. So now it brings me for every word, instead of saying character, we can say word. It converts the first letter to caps. This is what we need, but it's a list way. So when it's a list, what will you do? If I have output like this, I can simply say give a space as a delimiter, join the list. When you do that, it will join all the elements with space as the delimiter. If I give slash, it will use slash as the delimiter. So when I get this word into capitalize, I am going to use space as a delimiter, join the elements in the list. So it brings me the string. So now if I do the test cases, it's going to work. Let me put it here. So it passed both the test cases. So here you don't even have to put output variable, then you return. You can simply take this and replace the output variable. So it will be done in single line of code, right? Even then we can fine tune this. There is a function called init. So we have the s equal to the string, right? So let's go with this. There is a function called init. Oh, sorry, title, not init. Init is a database. Okay. So when I say title, it will get the whole string. For every word, it converts the first letter to a caps. We don't have to do the split, list part, everything. I can simply say the input string dot title. So that works. That will take care of all the conversions. So initially we took how many lines of code? About 12 lines of code, and then we reduce the if condition to a single line. Then for the for loop, the whole for loop, we convert that to a list comprehension, and we did the code in a single line. From 12 lines of code, we made it to single line, and that single line too ends up with a single word. S dot title will answer your question. So the takeaway here is, even if you have a code which is looking so simple, there is always space for improvement in your code, and you keep learning and grow with data. That's a good punch. So if you want to see the code, then you can go to the Grow with Data YouTube channel. This video is going to be in the Python interview questions 51 to 100. The Tamil version of it is going to be in Tamil, Python interview questions 51 to 100. If you go to the playlist, in the video section, the description part, you have the GitHub link that will take you to the code base. The code you have, whatever the functions we talk about. This one is the 66th video, and you have the for loop, and then we use the single line of code, then the list comprehension part of it, and finally the title. So all this code are in this page. You can use this for your exercise. If you want to join the WhatsApp channel, there is a link here. You can use this and join Grow with Data WhatsApp channel. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.